Truth channel here. Now, as I've went over on video after video after video, time and time again, we've discussed this, that to make it to the top in this world, you have to sell out. Lucifer is the god of this world. The Bible tells us that. If people don't want to believe that, that's their ignorance. That's on them. The Bible flat out tells us that Satan is the god of this world for the time being until Jesus returns, and that he has blinded the hearts. Satan has blinded the hearts of the people that don't believe. Satan has tricked them all. And this is no different. As you see, this is a podcast or a radio station or whatever, 97.1 The Ticket. This guy's Mike Valenti to the left. The guy is Rico Beard to the right. And as you see, he's doing the pyramid Masonic diamond hand sign. Now, a lot of you don't believe in hand signs. You don't understand what they mean. You don't understand the duality. You don't understand the occult. You don't understand how these people work. You don't understand how these Masons, how these Luciferians, how these Catholics and Jesuits, and how they all work. And right there, he's doing the diamond pyramid hand sign, letting you know he's part of the Brotherhood. But the real giveaway is what he's going to say here, and then we're going to discuss it. Let's listen.
Ho ho. Let me say this, because Rico, you said earlier that he's the Moses and he's the one not believing. Well, someone did point out Moses didn't make it into the promised land, and Mike isn't entering the promised land when it comes to the Lions right now.
It was a spoiler alert. Mike didn't know that.
My bad.
No. See, I you know what? I'm going to get there one way or the other. I'm just not taking the express lane like you two. Mike?
Hear what he said? I'm going to get there. And he's referring to heaven, because this Rico Beard guy and the other guy that's talking are supposedly Christians, which they're not. If you ever listen to them talk, they're not a Christian. They don't pass the test. Their fruit is rotten, just like the most majority of people who go to church. But they're the typical church Christian who live in modern day society, do all the things that modern day society does. You know, watches all these evil TV shows, listens to all the music. You know, sitting in the parlors, you know, getting inked up and everything else. And these guys are just sinful devils. But on Sundays, on Wednesdays, they just happen to go to a church building, which if anybody was really saved, they would understand that the church isn't a building with a steeple and four walls and a cross out front and a pastor inside. The church is the living, saved body of Jesus Christ. The living, saved body of Jesus Christ. So if you are saved, you are part of the church of Jesus Christ. That is what the church is, okay? The definition of a church as a building, that's not what the church is. That's not the biblical definition of a church, okay? That's the man definition of the church. Like the occult, everything has dual meanings. It's duality, and you have to understand that. So he's going to go on to say here, just like every other Freemason, that that there's another path to heaven, even though the Bible clearly tells us that there's one way through Jesus Christ, no other way. Okay, he's going to tell you that there's another way. He's going to tell you about the Jacob's ladder's way, how there's other ways to get into heaven, and all you got to do is be a good person, which is what the Masons teach.
First of all, we don't even know if the place is real.
Yes, we do.
But second of all, there's ways to get there. I'm a good person.
He says I'm a good person and then cusses. First of all, that's another thing. These people that can't control their own mouths, their own tongues. What does the Bible say about that? About a man or a person that cannot control their own tongue, you know? So these people are just vile, wicked snakes, and people will sit here and they'll listen to these guys and they'll think, yeah, Rico Beard's a Christian, but Mike Valenti, he's not, you know? Rico Beard isn't any more of a Christian than Mike Valenti. They're both Satanists. One wears a facade on his sleeve, pretending that he's a Christian, and that is Rico Beard, the one on the right. So this is a big facade, but this is very important to put out there, because this is what Masons teach. These are what these people teach their people, because people wonder, you know, I don't understand it. How can they have so many people follow their teachings and so many people sign up just to go to hell? Because they're greedy, lustful, evil, hungry hearts take over. They want to be successful. They want to have money. They want to have a name. Their ego takes over. Their pride takes over. And they want their name to live in infinite infamy. They want their name to live forever. They want to be famous, and they're willing to do anything to do it. Sign their name in a contract in blood with the devil. They literally don't care. But a lot of these, famous people, spotlighted people pretend to be Christians. You know, some are open Satanists like the Mike Valentis, but most are like Rico Beard, who pretend that they believe in God. They won't tell you which God, because their God is Lucifer. So very important, guys. I want you guys to hear this again, and I won't interrupt it.
You know what? I'm going to get there one way or the other. I'm just not taking the express lane like you two. First of all, we don't even know if the place is real. But second of all, there's ways...
We absolutely know it's real. And I said I wasn't going to interrupt it, and I do apologize, but it's important to say some things, you know, and it's important to say we do know it's real because, one, we have the Bible, which is God's perfect word, the King James Bible. We know that it's real. But two, there's obviously a spiritual realm, and there's obviously a spiritual world that exists with a heaven. There's obviously merit because all these Satanists believe in it. They all worship the devil. They all worship the occult and these demons. And if one's real, the other has to be real. And they're both real. They just choose to worship Satan because Satan is the god of this world. He will reward you with riches, with fame. Remember when he tried to take Jesus on the top of the pinnacle, the highest mountain, and he showed Jesus all the kingdoms ever to be and ever to come, and he said, "This is all mine. They all worship me. They all serve me. I'll give this to you. This will all be for you. They will all worship you. This will all be yours if you just get down on your knees and bow down and worship me." And what did Jesus say? "Get behind thee, Satan. Do not tempt the Lord thy God." You should not, right? You should not tempt the Lord thy God. So that's what they're doing, guys. It's the same thing today. They're just having, they're making a pact with, you know, instead of with Jesus, instead of the devil making it with Jesus, the devil's making it with all the sheep, you know, with the people that want to be successful. That's what it is. So I'll play this one more time, and I won't interrupt it.
No. See, you know what? I'm going to get there one way or the other. I'm just not taking the express lane like you two. First of all, we don't even know if the place is real. But second of all, there's ways to get there. I'm a good person.
That Moses didn't make it to the promised land.
You told me this already. You said he tripped and fell off a cliff or something.
No, I said you probably want to read, but he got to see.
I ain't got the time.
He got to see the promise.
I mean, you can just tell by their voice. They're not sincere. They're not Christians. Man's doing the Masonic diamond hand. You don't make it to the top of this world. You don't get to be a Mike Valenti. And if you guys don't know how powerful Mike Valenti is, I'm going to tell you, Mike Valenti went against the Lions franchise and won. He won. The radio station, the Lions went through 97 won the ticket for years. I don't know, 20 years, maybe more, maybe less. I'm not sure. And that was their main way to put out information. That was their main radio station that was supported for the city of Detroit, for the state of Michigan. Mike Valenti did nothing but dog the Lions, dog the Lions, to the point where the Lions said, "You have to get rid of this guy or we're no longer using you. We're going to go to AM radio." And they stuck with Mike Valenti, you know, over $1 billion franchise. So that'll tell you how powerful this man is, okay? He's very powerful, especially in the state of Michigan. He's from New York, and he is a Satanist. He's a devil. You don't make it to the top of this world. You don't make it in influential positions without being one. So with that said, like, comment, share. Again, I appreciate you guys. Get this information out there. Comment. It's all appreciated. God bless you all. Thank you to my Patreons. Consider supporting my channel, like I said, by hitting that like button, commenting, and subscribing. It really does help with the YouTube algorithm. It doesn't cost anything, and it's greatly appreciated. So have a great week, and God bless you all.